blessings and power unto you and grand rising as well. Listen, this is the day that the Lord has made. Come on and rejoice and be glad in it. Friends, I just want you to know that I appreciate you. I was trying to make it this morning a little bit early, but nevertheless, I am here. God love you and God appreciate you. Friends, addictions, okay? And reactions to recover. Let's just come on into this particular message. But before I begin, let me acknowledge that God loves everyone. And when I say everyone, everyone, it may not be appreciated with the things, okay, that cause a reaction that can be negative to us. But God love everyone. Good morning, beautiful soul. Good morning. I just want my friends to know that this is the space. If you don't know and if you're not aware, I believe in the power of prayer. I believe in miracles. I believe that God is definitely doing what is necessary and what is need to be done in all of our life and things. But one thing about this earthly journey, we all get choices and chances to choose. Did you know, friends, that you are living today on purpose and in purpose because you was chosen to live today? And if you understand the power, okay, of the appreciation and the thanksgiving and gratitude, come on, give God some praises. Now, you know what? I'm going to take a little moment because you know what? I can see my own self through the yeah, this is live, right? Yeah. So I can see my own curls seem like that it was just popping, but nevertheless, friend, I don't want to be what you call distracted, but I can just see that as I'm actually live and everything. So, yes. So anyway, friends, I just want to make sure that you understand that when I go live and things, that's just what it is early in the morning. But let's get into this particular subject though, and this matter, because like I say, I'm learning. I am truly learning, but in the process of learning and understanding about addictions and things and the reactions to recovery, it's a process. And in the process, friends, I am aware that some individuals, okay, have to have the tools in order to understand what addiction really do and how it destroys. But for whatever reason the addictions are there, I want my friends to know that this is a space to where about no one is what you call stating that you cannot recover. Matter of fact, I support recovery to individuals who may be going through addiction or who may be dealing with someone with an addiction, or you could be, just in a space to where about you work in the environment of addictions and things. So certain things, when God is giving you the opportunity to learn and to grow in this life. I do not believe that I know everything, but I do share along the way, as my life evolved and from the experience in life. I also want to say, friends, that this recovery process, when you're dealing with any addiction, first of all, you understand, or if you don't understand, most addictions do not want what you call the insight to healing when it has a stronghold layered upon that. Now, I'm speaking from the spiritual awareness of how I was basically blessed to receive the information from the Most High. That stronghold will not allow the healing to begin if it does not surrender. And the reason why it cannot be healed and everything, because of the reaction and the stubbornness that it is standing strong, okay, in to say that I'm okay. When an addiction overrides the will of God, and when it becomes an individual choice, is completely nothing that you can do, no other than pray and to pray and to pray until something happen, okay, in a positive way. Now, just let my friends know, for every reaction, period, in our life, but especially dealing with challenges, okay, for every every reaction there was always an action. The action part is how you begin now to move toward the tools and the healing process, and to take it upon yourself now to make it work for you. It all depends. Everybody is completely different. I'm not here to say that, everybody path is the same. How individuals may go through their life and get the healing they need may not be the same way. It could be the same doors that individuals went in, but another individual may come out quicker. Some individuals may be delayed, and some individuals may not never come out at all because of that stronghold. But we understand, with the understanding, okay, with that action that is being sold upon what you call our purpose filled life, it's going to have a reaction. And the reaction, it depends on, what you're willing to do the work in. One thing I'm understanding about addictions and things that you can't change individuals, but you can change you. And this applies to all areas in life. When you're trying or when you're hoping for a change in the addiction part, you cannot change the addiction, okay, unless you want to be changed or the individual want to be changed. The only thing that you can do, especially as a counselor or a mentor or a leader in things, that you can advise and you can allow that to be that even if individuals is serving in the medical field, you can only advise and things. And the reason why, once again, with my own awareness, I'm finding out most programs, they don't dictate and tell you how to pray and what to do, but they push you toward the tools that can be helpful in things. It's in the recovery part. They try to get you to see where you need to be at, and work will really work for your best interest. These tools that they give you is not to work against you, but to work for you. But you have to make the decision with your actions in order to get better results with the reaction. The recovery part is day by day. Let's be honest. How many individuals have seen or experienced, okay, with individuals or possibly yourself, could be family members that have dealt with addiction, and you've seen them go back to the same addiction, all of the action and the work that they put in, they went back to it and everything. Remember, friends, I stated, addictions are a stronghold in things, and those strongholds, this is just my thoughts. They can only be pulled down through the power of your will surrendering, okay, what need to be done. But the power, okay, of that particular power that's needed and everything, it don't look like, flesh. It's a spiritual power. And I'm speaking from a spiritual, way, because, when you go to counselor, or if you had to go and sit and talk to somebody, they'll probably give you different tools. But in this space, since I believe in the power of prayer, I believe that you can overcome things with the tools and with the power of prayer and with the Most High leading and guiding you in things. But you have to want, okay, to put in the work, which is your actions, okay, to see the reactions and then the healing part toward recovery. There is nothing wrong, even if you had a relapse. God is still able, standing, okay, and waiting upon the surrendering will of yours to will your way back to the Most High, giving God the honor and the praises. I also want to say this much, friend, that if you are having any type of experiencing and releasing from those things that work against, okay, your journey in this life that God have truly blessed you with. God so love you. Okay, you are not the only one, even as I'm speaking at this time, that possibly is going through, okay, with addiction. Now, addictions come in many layers and different form, okay? You got the substance, addictions, okay? that is into the drugs and things. And drugs come in many different forms and levels. And then you got those addictions, okay, that is not even the what you call the alcohol or the what they call it, the drug abuse you got, and I pointed out, you know, in this particular subject earlier during this week about the pornography, about the shopping. Sometimes, you know, we don't even understand, and I forgot this one, the gambling addiction. When I say the gambling addiction, that's a whole nother level with awareness that will take an individual finances, keep it trapped up for as long as a person is showing. And when I say showing, showing and showing up, okay, to those particular places that basically take, you know, the abundance of what God have blessed some individuals with. And you wonder why they can't shake it. It's because it became an addiction. And those particular addictions and everything, you know, you have to deal with the root part of it, where it come from. Studying the generation of cycles from family, from my own awareness, it gives insight to say who dealt with this before ever in my generation of line that possibly you can be, you know, aware of. When you understand your generation and cycles of the bloodline, okay, things that you didn't even know, things that you was unaware of. But then when your awareness come on, when you are ready to break the cycle, that's when the cycle can be broken and things. But it takes you or the individual that have an addiction to accept the fact that, listen, it's okay for not being perfect. None of us are perfect. We are all traveling along in this journey, experiencing different challenges, different ways, okay, to recovery, to a purpose-filled journey, okay, whether or not it's alcohol or drugs or different things, okay, with an addiction. We are all challenged to overcome something in life. Let me pause for a moment to say good morning for the individuals that came in. I appreciate you. This friend says that they are 57 and they said, let me read it how they're saying it. I'm 57. I was in addiction at 17. At the time, I had no idea of rehab, didn't know I could have went. But now, if you did go, you understand that if you utilize those particular tools, and if you are an individual that has recovered from those things that hindered you and things, you have even more insight because of your experience, okay, to share and to help along the way those individuals that possibly is trying to overcome it. And from your recovery, friend, you know, the tools that you used and things, I want to hear your opinion about what it took in order for you to understand that you were even dealing with one. Only if you want to share, okay? Only if you want to share. Thank you for, you know, your response in the chat as well. Also, I want to tell my friends, now I'm not coming here, as you are aware, but I have to keep the awareness there. I am not anyone Bible school teacher or Sunday school teacher at all. I am here because I love for other individuals to stay prayerful, to stay connected, to stay aware of the things that all of us can overcome with the power of the Most High and things. We're all loved by God. Some of the things that, you know, that we may do, it may not be what you call pleasing in the sight of the Most High. But one thing about it, what I keep understanding, is God for me is the only one that accept me or you just how you are. And those particular addictions that need to be dealt with, even they are what you call basically given to us for a challenge to overcome them and things only if an individual want to. When the help is there, the individual have to be appearing for the help, admitting and being transparent with their issues. Friends, I appreciate you for showing up here this week, allowing me to express this topic about addiction. This is just a small insight here, but when you begin now to have that understanding and awareness, okay, or even knowing someone that is dealing with addictions, knowing individuals that have been recovered for some years, when they begin to speak and talk and break it down to you, those particular strongholds, in which I call them spirits, and things that was attached to them and that made their mental mindset become something that they was unaware of what they was becoming, but now they're delivered and they claim healing in those areas. It is what you call an encouraging conversation and inspiring when you can see those individuals now that have truly released themselves from the things, okay, that tried to keep them caught up, okay, almost like a web experience. And when I say web, like entanglement, but now that they are delivered, they realize they have a voice to help others. Oh God, I thank you. Friends, my friend is still speaking. My friend says, I was not myself. I was not happy with myself. I got away from the people and did it on my own. To God be the glory. Friend, I appreciate you for sharing that and everything. As you say that you got away and you did it on your own. And I'm hearing that as well from different individuals dealing with addiction, that they completely had to separate themselves, okay, from the things that was affecting them and things. So in other words, I want to say this much: whatever we're sowing unto our physical body, that is really all spirit and things, good or bad, it will have a reaction, okay, of what we're producing. So I just want to say this much: when you know that you know that you have to overcome the things that you need to overcome, including myself, friends, okay? When you know the inner work that need to be done, God have a particular voice that can only speak to you in order for you to surrender. These are just my thoughts. These are just my positive words that's going forth to tell individuals to take it one day at a time and allow God to be in your life and to center everything around your purpose and your destiny. Renew your mindset and ask God to create in you a clean heart and things. Hold your head up. Keep your spirit uplifted with the things, okay, that will keep you going daily. If you so happen to fall, get back up and to surround yourself with the things that you need to keep you whole. I appreciate you and I love you, friends. Remember to thumbs up the video, to subscribe to the channel. For the new individuals, I believe in the power of prayer. I believe that healing is still existing. I believe in miracles. I believe that as we live in this journey, some individuals get an opportunity, okay, to experience the particular healing. They get experience and miracles, okay? They get to experience recovery and deliverance, okay? According to our path and journey. I always love to keep that hope alive. Peace, light, and love unto all. The power to forgive oneself, to begin the journey to recovery, whatever the recovery that you may need. It starts within. It begins with you and it begins with me. Allow your spirit to be blessed at all times and know that God loves you. Okay, friends? Blessings and power unto you. Thumbs up the video and subscribe to this channel that continue to come forward, being positive, being what you call encouraged with my own life experience and journey, and putting in that particular work, okay, that I need to do and things as well. I don't want my friends to think I just come here to talk. I come here to be what you call an individual, to say, What will life look like when we just return back to prayer and believe and trust God? What would it look like? Oh God, I thank you. Have a great day, friends. Thank you so much.